Young social media influencers, they are all over the country and they're relating to their peer groups and beyond and making money for themselves and brands they are representing. My guest is Quinnipiac University graduate DJ Ford of Avon, who knows all about this with his company, Less Than Media. Welcome, DJ. So glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Where did you start learning that you could make a difference on social media?
So I started at a young age on Instagram, just like anybody else, and I found a little success, so that motivated me when I got to high school.
What were you doing on Instagram?
On Instagram, I was posting meme content, so funny content for the masses, for the public. And that's when I transitioned over to TikTok in high school and was able to find even more success on that.
What were you doing on TikTok?
On TikTok, I was telling stories about my life, stories about where I worked, anything that I thought people might find interesting.
It was all about you.
Basically.
How were you cutting through the clutter? Music, shortness, what you were saying, repetition? How'd you do that?
So in the beginning, you have to find something that people care about to start. So finding something that people find interesting, that people want to engage with. And then once you find that, the difference between being a one-hit wonder and a creator is being able to repeat that on a consistent basis.
What did you do that made that work?
So essentially, I found the telling stories about my life was working very well. And as at that time I was 18, so I had a good amount of stories from childhood. I remembered a little bit. So I started to repeat that process over and over again.
So you were relating to your peers who were your age, you think?
At the time, yes, for sure.
Okay, at the time. What are your stats these days and on what platforms?
So on TikTok, we have over 6 million followers. On Instagram, we have over 1 million combined followers. And on my personal pages, my DJ is Less Than TikTok is currently at 2 million followers.
All right, that is a lot. Why are you resonating? Are you talking back and forth to all these kids that are kind of growing up with you?
I'm communicating back and forth with the followers. That's definitely a key component, but I'm also targeting that new audience and always adjusting the content to make sure that as my age group grows up, because the people I was talking to back then are a little older now, I'm still able to relate to a new demographic.
So you're always looking at your stats?
Always.
Okay, so you have a business partner right now. You, I'm assuming in college and now you're going to foodies, you're going to restaurants. You're representing them, you're cooking in there. What else are you doing?
It's a great question. A big thing that restaurants lack nowadays is personality behind their content. So if a restaurant is able to get 1 million views, they don't understand why it can't translate to followers. So what we essentially do is we go into the restaurant and we add personality. So what that looks like is similar to the clips that were just shown, making food, producing the food, and then adding a voiceover of myself on top of that as well to relate not only to my fans, but also to add that voice for their brand.
So you have to feed and water your platforms 24/7. Is that not exhausting?
It's exhausting, but you get used to it.
All right, and you're making money?
Luckily.
Where do you hope this goes? Because you were in on the bottom floor of this. Where do you hope it goes?
The way I see it going is as my generation is starting to become the business owners and they're more adapt with social media, we will start to transition into a consulting style business where we're helping people that might know somewhat about social media, but might not know exactly what they're doing wrong or what they could adjust.
So you're getting better and better at this.
Exactly.
Who do you represent and how do we hire you?
Who do we represent? We represent anybody. If you're a company that needs to get viewership online, which tends to be almost every business nowadays, we're happy to represent you. The way you would hire us is contact us through our website and we'll get back to you immediately.
And you also teach people how to be viral.
Of course. So consulting, there's a lot of people that are my age that they can use their phones and they might not want to spend, as much as a complete hands-on service. So that's where we offer consulting to be able to say, hey, maybe if you tweak this and this, you'd be able to do it for a more affordable rate on your own.
DJ, it is wonderful to meet you. I wish you all the success. I got to figure out how to go viral one of these days. Maybe you can help.
We'll have to help you out.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
And if you would like to know more about DJ and what he's doing with his company, Less Than Media, go to WTNH.com or the News 8 app.